Hey guys, this is Huang, and this is the channel about how to immigrate to Canada under the Atlantic Immigration Pilot Program. And as I promised in our 5 series video, we are going to talk about immigration, 5 easiest way to immigrate to Canada. And today we're going to discuss about the Provincial Nominee Program, or PNP. So let's get started and move on. The Provincial Nominee Program is a key part of Canada's immigration policy, with more than 200,000 people expected to obtain Canadian permanent residence through a Provincial Nominee Program between 2019 and 2021. As here you can see on the chart that in 2019, means this year, the expected amount of people that are going to receive the PR under the PNP program is going to be about 61,000, and the next year it's going to increase to 67,800, and in 2021 it's going to be 71,300. So this makes the Provincial Nominee Program the fastest growing economic Canadian immigration program. Over recent years, the federal government has gradually increased provinces' annual allocations to their respective PNPs, showing the increasing importance of these programs within the overall Canadian immigration landscape. Under the PNP, provinces and territories in Canada can nominate individuals and families who wish to settle in their provinces or territory based on criteria set by the provinces. So, how to apply? In order to become a provincial nominee, applicants must show that they meet the set criteria. This will show that the applicant has the skills, education, and work experience to be able to make a positive contribution to the local economy and society. The province or territory will consider the application based on the needs of a specific province, as well as the applicant's genuine intention to settle there. Within each PNP, there are multiple sub-programs and categories, usually known as streams. Since the PNP's first year in operation in 1996, when only 233 people were admitted to Canada through the program, it has evolved to the point where its admission target for 2019 is 61,000. Look at over the next 3 years, Canada could receive as many as 213,000 new permanent residents through PNP, as I showed you on the chart on the previous slide. The reason for this expansion are clear. Canada's population is aging, its birth rate is declining, and labor shortage are expanding as a result. This trend is especially hiding in smaller provinces, which are also struggling with the loss of residents to other parts of Canada. Canada's Immigration Ministry, Immigration, Refugees and Citizenship Canada, or IRCC, spoke to this rising need for international labor in its annual report to the Parliament in 2018. While many jobs can be filled by Canadians, gaps remain. Recent projections indicate that existing labor shortage, particularly in health, science, skilled trades, transportation, and equipment, are expected to persist into the future. To apply to a provincial nominee program, candidates must, first, is to complete a PNP application in a province or territory. Second is to receive a provincial nominee certificate. And third, apply to IRCC to become a permanent resident. Some PNP streams operate on the first come first served basis, while other PNP streams require potential applicants to first register an expression of interest. Further, some PNP streams operate outside the federal express entry immigration system. These are known as base streams, while other PNP streams are aligned with express entry. But this information we'll see later on. So the details for each provincial nominee program in Canada. Just to let you know that Quebec operates its own skilled worker program and doesn't have a PNP. So on this slide we will see all the provinces that are having the nominee program. So let's move on one by one and to give you more detailed information on that. We have Ontario Immigrant Nominee Program. Ontario has one of the most varied and dynamic of Canada's PNP program. Skilled workers, graduate, and business people can plan their immigration to Ontario. British Columbia Provincial Nominee Program offers wide-ranging streams and categories for workers, graduates, and entrepreneurs in its PNP. It includes categories aligned with Canada's federal express entry immigration selection system. The Alberta Immigration Nominee Program. Alberta's provincial immigration program consists of three streams: Alberta Opportunity Stream, the Alberta Express Entry Stream, and Self-Employed Farmer Stream. The province issues provincial nomination to foreign nationals who meet program specific criteria and demonstrate an intention to reside in the Prairie Province. Manitoba Provincial Nominee Program. It's a provincial immigration program is comprised of streams designed to nominate skilled workers and their families who wish to work and live in the province permanently. The Manitoba MPNP is currently undergoing renewal. Saskatchewan Immigration Nominee Program. The SINP is Saskatchewan's dedicated immigration program for the selection and nomination of eligible foreign nationals through various pathways, including the leading international skilled worker, express entry, and occupation in demand categories. Nova Scotia Nominee Program. Besides the Atlantic Immigration Pilot Program, it has its own nominee program, which is NSNP, is Nova Scotia's program for the nomination of eligible skilled workers, international graduate, entrepreneurs, and professionals looking to settle permanently in the province. The program has various economic immigration streams with not one but three streams aligned with Canada's express entry system. As well, talking about the Atlantic provinces, as the next one is the New Brunswick PNP. It's the New Brunswick's provincial immigration program with streams targeting entrepreneurs, international graduates, skilled workers with employer support, and skilled worker in the federal government express entry selection. So basically, I could go with the Prince Edward Islands PNP, Newfoundland and Labrador PNP, Northwest Territories PNP, but just for your convenience and to shorten the time for you, you can just get the more information on the website that is going to be provided in the description down below. So let's move on and then talk about the processing times. Under Canada's provincial nominee program largely depends on whether or not the application has been submitted under an express entry linked PNP stream or one of the other streams are linked with express entry. Also note that overall processing time includes processing by the province receiving the application for provincial nomination, and then, if successfully nominated, applicants may then apply to the federal government for permanent residence, a process that also brings additional waiting time. Most provinces have brought their processing times down to a few months or even weeks. For express entry linked applications, the federal processing time remains 6 months or less before obtaining PR. Non-express entry-linked applicants tend to take a while longer. You can check the PNP processing time at the federal level. So all the information is available for you, and on average, almost every immigration program takes on average about 6 months. This includes the documents preparation, your IELTS exams, your ECAs, your all the documents that you need to provide to the employer, to the IRCC, to the government of Canada. So, as I mentioned before, that there are more than 70 types of unique PNP streams across the provinces. We can feed them into three broad categories: first come, first serve, expression of interest, and passive. First come, first serve. This means that once the stream opens, applications are accepted in the order they are submitted until a quota is met, which usually occurs quickly. Second is the expression of interest. This is the go-to method for provinces that incorporate point system into their provincial nominee program streams. In some ways, it mirrors the federal express entry system, with potential applicants first having to put forward their candidacy by submitting an expression of interest form. Minimum scores required to receive an invitation through these and other EOI-based streams fluctuate from draw to draw. There is no certain way to know what score may be required in the future, and so the best advice is to be in the relevant pool so that you may be considered for selection based on your credentials. And the last one is a passive. Some PNP streams are considered passive because applicants who may express entry candidates in many cases cannot actively apply or declare their interest in being considered for nomination through these streams. Rather, potential applicants may be contacted by the province in questions and invited to apply. So this was a short video about the Provincial Nominee Program, and next video is going to be about immigration through the education, and lastly is going to be again AIPP and RINP. So just to remind you that we are posting videos regularly. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel, like the video if you enjoyed watching, if you received enough information. All links are going to be input in the description down below, so just please follow this link to get more information. And just to let you know that we're working hard to update our database for the AIPP program, so just follow our database, subscribe to the database, get more information, get contacts, start email or fax or call, or if you're in Canada, just go and visit employers, the designated employers, in order to get a job offer. So this is the cheapest way to get it, but if you will need other ways, we will be able to help you. This and detailed information I will include in the future videos. Thank you very much. That was Huang, and there was a channel about how to immigrate to Canada under the Atlantic Immigration Pilot Program. And I'll see you in the next video.